Welcome back if you've been keeping up with my hair growth series. My name is Fern and 1 year ago I shaved my head, which is honestly kind of hard for me to believe, like looking at my full head of hair now. Technically it's been a little bit over 1 year now. It's been about 1 year and 3 weeks. So I apologize for this video being a little bit late, but I came down with the sickness that shall not be named at the end of December through to the beginning of January, and I'm basically a couple weeks late on everything filming and honestly like life related, so apologies for this late 1 year update, but of course we're still gonna be doing it. So yeah, I honestly can't believe that it's been a year. It went by so fast and I'm so happy with where my hair is at today. I guess I'll just start off with how it looks because it does look a little bit different than my last update, and that's because I ended up just putting some pink pieces into it, which have faded a lot. They were a bit brighter when I first did it. I need to redo the pink a little bit, but yeah, I have a couple of pink chunks and like underneath there's some pink as well, which is very fun. I've really been liking it. I didn't feel the same like regret that I felt around my 6-month update where I bleached half of my bangs, which I grew to love, but I just felt like disappointed because my goal was to grow out my natural virgin hair, which, you know, 90% of my head, probably more than that, is my natural virgin hair. So I'm not gonna be like hard on myself for putting a couple of fun pieces in. In fact, it makes me feel just like more like myself having just like little pops, and I actually really like the contrast of the pink with my natural hair. So I'm really happy with it. No regrets there this time. And I've decided I'm just gonna be a little bit more lenient on myself. Like I was very like cut and dry. I'm not doing anything to my hair. I'm not like gonna color it again, and I'm not this and that, and I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna cut bangs and whatever. I really just wanted to have it all grow out, but I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and what makes me feel like myself. And I'm a creative being, like we all are, and it's fun for me to play around with my hair a little bit. Do I think I will do anything dramatic like I had before I shaved it? Probably not, honestly, because that's just like a pain in the butt and it's too much upkeep. Something I've realized is that I don't want a lot of upkeep, which is why I probably won't be like bleaching my whole head again or anything like that, which I've had my hair entirely bleached for years and years, and I feel like that became like kind of a signature look for me, but it's just so much upkeep and it's so expensive, and I'm just at a point in my life where I just don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm very happy with what's going on right now. I don't have any like future plans. My only plans right now are just to continue growing it out. Really love the bangs. I've been keeping up with my bang trims, but I want to grow out like the rest of my hair. Although I will say I'm super happy with the length that it's at now. I feel like this length really suits me, so, and it's long enough to like start playing around with and like putting some curls in and stuff. So yeah, very happy with where it's at today. So I guess that's my little 12-month update, almost 13 months. I will say that this happened to me the first time I grew out my shaved head as well. This side is shorter and it's just like less, I don't know, and I've had people say it's because I sleep on this side, and I tend to believe that because I do sleep on this side, but it's just like shorter and it never looks as nice. Like, I mean, I've tried to cut it so that it's even, but and it's like less thick. I don't know. I guess this just like isn't my good side when it comes to my hair. So if anyone else like finds that with their hair, let me know. It's not really something I notice when I have like long hair, but growing out a buzz cut both times now, I've noticed that this side of my hair is just like, there just seems to be like a little less of it, and it's like more slow growing, and I don't know. Very strange. Anyways, okay, I will stop rambling and we're just gonna get into the update. I've pulled a whole bunch of photos from all of 2022, so I'm gonna be like referencing those beside you here. So if I'm looking away, that's what I'm looking at. So we're just gonna start in January. We're gonna start on January 4th, 2022, because that is the day that I impulsively decided to shave my head, but no regrets. I had done it before. This was my second head shave, so it didn't feel like that dramatic. So January 4th, I shaved my head and I used a number 3 guard, I believe. Yeah, a number 3 guard. So my hair, like the shaved head was not down to the skin, or it wasn't like super short. Like it was definitely a buzz cut and a shaved head. But I have done it in the past where I've used like a half or a one guard, and that makes it a lot shorter, and it probably puts you like a month behind this schedule I'm going to be talking about, this timeline I'm going to be talking about. So I just wanted to mention that. I did use a number 3 guard, so it wasn't like super short down to the scalp. So throughout January, I was rocking the freshly shaved head and I loved it. Like looking back on my photos from January, it makes me so happy. I feel like it's one of my favorite looks, honestly, from like the whole grow out process. Just like the fresh shave is just like, it's iconic. You can't beat it, honestly. It's so easy. Like, oh my goodness, when you go from having hair to shaving it off, it's just the best feeling, like showering and everything and getting ready. Like it's so fast. And it's just like so clean. Like you don't have to worry about like dealing with greasy hair or like figuring out a hairstyle or whatever. So yeah, I loved this phase, and I also had my eyelash extensions then as well, and I just felt like that was such a cute contrast with the like big lashes and small hair. Yeah, so I love that. You can see at the end of January I started rocking the little bandana, and that was a look that I kind of wore throughout the whole year, throughout my whole grow out process, and it's still going to be a look that I wear even with hair, because I think that bandanas and like headscarves and stuff are just really cute, especially in the spring and summer time. So you will see photos of that throughout, but definitely a great option for shaving out your head. Like any type of bandana or beanie or headscarf really helps to like flatten the hair too, and that's something that I will say as like a grow out tip. So I would shower and then I would put on a beanie and like pull it down so it would compress my hair. I would get comments all the time of people asking like how I got my hair so flat, and that's how. If I didn't do that, it would honestly be poofy. Like if I just freshly wash and let it air dry, it would be like fuzzy and poofy, but doing the beanie hack or a bandana or headscarf or something, that really compresses it. So that's what I did a lot, as well as using a hair serum or a hair oil. I have the Gloss Me hair oil from Design Me. That's what I've been using for years now, and yeah, I feel like that makes a big difference when it comes to like just how sleek it looks. Like it takes away some of the frizziness. So yeah, January was fun. Really no like styling or anything to be done, so it was very easy. And then we moved into February, and this is when I started to notice a little bit of baby growth. You can see it just kind of getting a little bit longer. There's one photo that I took where it looks like I have like little tiny baby bangs, and they're so cute. I remember sending it to my friends and I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, like look at my hair, it's growing. And that definitely would have been taken like after I did the beanie compression thing, because they're like laying pretty flat. But yeah, there was really like nothing crazy about this phase except for it was just getting a little bit longer, like turning into like a micro pixie. I was wearing beanies a lot. Try not to say the word toque because that always confuses people who aren't from Canada. That's what I would normally call it, but yeah, just like beanies, and that's pretty much it. And then we move into March and it's getting a little fluffier, getting a little shaggier. Honestly, not my favorite time. Pretty much like March through August is not really my favorite phase of the grow out. So that would be months 3 through 8. But don't worry, I'm not trying to scare you. It's still, the whole process was fun, and I styled it a lot of different ways, and yeah, I'll show you. But yeah, those months were not my favorite out of this. So yeah, you can see it's just like, I don't know, it's just like doesn't really have any style or shape, and there's not too much you can do with it. During March is when I started to be able to do like my tiny little pigtails, which was very fun. And I got a lot of fun comments from people about them. We started calling them my Shrek ears because they're literally just like sticking out. So I started doing that, and I was very excited that I could at least do something with my hair, and that was pretty much the only thing besides beanies and bandanas, as you'll see. Honestly, this is making me excited to wear bandanas again because it's just such a vibe. It was definitely starting to get a little bit unruly at this point in March. Yeah, I was wearing a headscarf a little bit as well, just like tying, like taking a long headscarf and just like wrapping it around a couple times and tying it at the back. That was very cute. You can see my crazy chaotic hair after I would get out of the shower. Yeah, it was a fun time. And then we get into April, which is pretty similar, but you can definitely see that my hair is starting to fill in quite a bit. Like it's getting thicker, denser. I'm still doing the small ponytails, the small pigtails, but they are a little bit bigger, staying a little bit better. So that was fun. And this was kind of the time where I was really starting to be able to like see what my natural hair color looks like a little bit more. So that was really cool. And I still hadn't touched it at this point, like no trims or anything like that. But yeah, it was basically, I think I was doing the pigtails a lot during this time because it was just, I mean, it was April, so it's not really beanie weather anymore. So yeah, a lot of pigtails and like pinning. The bangs were long enough that I could start pinning them to the side. That was a pretty big thing as well. You can see in one of the photos I did that, which was fun. Or like parting them. I was starting to kind of part them because they were getting long enough, and I think that I was doing this more in May too. Yeah. Okay, so then moving into May, it was definitely getting longer. The bangs were getting longer as well, so you can see in a lot of these photos I'm parting the bangs down the middle, just for like, I don't know, I think I just really wanted to like try styling it different ways. So I guess I was just pushing them to the side or like clipping them to the side. And at this point I was still thinking that I was gonna grow out my bangs. So I guess I was just like preparing to just have like a middle part. Obviously that didn't go to plan. You can see in one of the photos my hair looks like it was freshly washed, and it's just got that like very fuzzy, frizzy, like I just felt like a little fuzz ball sometimes with like the really short, just like, yeah, the freshly washed has never been my best look. Like my hair never looks good after it's freshly washed, and I have like very coarse hair. Like it's healthy, but it just like feels like, I don't know, I joke with my friends and I'm like, my hair feels like a horse. Like it's not like that like soft silky hair that people have. It's just like, it's always been just like thick and coarse, and that's just, it's very tough, which is good. Like I can pretty much do whatever I want to it and it's fine, but it is just like kind of like frizzy and coarse. I did a fun little flippy moment, like 90s inspired hair, which was exciting, and I got a lot of nice comments about that as well when I posted it. Also, if you don't know me and you're just stumbling upon this video, you're noticing I have a lot of photos with plants. It's because my main YouTube channel is about houseplants, so that's why I have so many photos just like holding plants. Yeah, oh, I also, okay, so yeah, I was experimenting a lot this month during May. So I was doing pinning to the side a lot. I did the flippy thing. And I also tried to like part it and gel it down and do like a cute style. I think I only did that for like one day because the mousse that I used just smelled so bad, like so strong. I can't stand like strong chemically smelling hair products, or even just like any type of scented hair products. Like I just like can't stand that. So that was short-lived. I only did that once, but yeah, definitely a lot of experimentation happening during this month because it was finally getting long enough to be able to do different things. So yeah. And then we're moving into June, and this was the point. So I was going into the, I guess, the 6th month of the grow out process, and I was getting quite restless at this point. I was just not, you know, when like at this point your hair doesn't really have a lot of shape. You're kind of getting to the point where you just want it to like hurry up and grow out already. So I remember just feeling like I was very over it and just like frustrated and bored of doing the same hairstyles. Like I was just doing like the pigtails and the clips and whatever. So like halfway through June I got into the bleach, as I do, and I bleached half my bangs. In retrospect, I didn't really have bangs, so it was just kind of like a random chunk that was bleached, and this looks better the next month when I cut my hair. But in June, yeah, it just wasn't really the vibe. I mean, looking at these photos, I'm like, wow, I was doing a lot of fun stuff. It was my birthday month, so I was having a good time, but I remember just like not liking my hair at this stage and I remember thinking like this is gonna pass and it's fine, it's gonna grow out, but I was definitely frustrated with it, and I bleached my hair, bleached those bangs, just for like, I don't know, just to add like a fun element, but I immediately regretted it. Like I remember feeling like I was being really hard on myself and just like really regretting it because my whole plan was just, like I said, to grow out my natural hair. So yeah, I was pretty annoyed that I did that, but then eventually, you know, time passed and I was like, whatever, like honestly, who cares? I'm talking so much, I need to take a drink of my chai. Oh shoot, I need to give Olive her pill. BRB. Okay, so moving into July. Still a bit of a rough month. It just looks like it's getting very shaggy at this point, and the back was also getting quite long. I have some photos, I guess like progress photos that I took. I think it was supposed to be for my 6 months. I took one straight on and then one from the side, so you'll be able to see just like, yeah, it was just like shaggy and unruly. Didn't have any shape or style and just didn't look great, so I was still I don't know what I was doing, pinning it to the side, doing the bandana thing, you know, the drill. I started doing this fun, can you see it in this photo? Oh no, you can't, those are butterfly clips. That's right, I did start doing like butterfly clips, which was fun. And I also did this like cute, I don't know if I have any photos honestly, but since my bangs were long enough, I was doing this cute like ponytail, like a bunch of ponytails, kind of like early 2000s inspired. I don't think I have any photos unfortunately, but that was very fun. And then also my bangs were long enough to like come back into the pigtails, which I actually really liked, and it almost convinced me to want to grow out my bangs, because up until this point I really didn't want to grow out my bangs. But that like pulling the bangs back into the ponies, I thought that that was really cute for the summer, except for I kept getting a sunburn like on my hairline. I was wearing hats sometimes because it was summer, so that was very convenient. And other than that, yeah, it was just very, very, oh, this is into August, shoot. Okay, so when the bangs were long enough to go into the ponies, that was in August. Hats, I was wearing hats. I was wearing hats pretty much throughout the whole summer, but I have that photo from August of me wearing a hat, and I would do just like a pony at the back, and it was really cute. And then in August, I made the grand decision to cut my bangs, and I feel like my hair just instantly looked so much better. Like, oh my goodness, I'm just a bangs girly, and I don't think I can run from that truth anymore. Like, I feel like I just look so much better with bangs, especially when they're fresh. Like, yeah, it just looks, just, I don't know, something about my face, it just looks a lot better. So I went from feeling like really just kind of like shaggy and not put together to feeling cute again because I cut my bangs, and yeah, I was super happy with them. I felt like the the bleached half bang looked so much better, that bleached patch, after I cut the bangs. Like, it just looked like, I don't know, it just looked a lot more intentional and like made more sense. So I was really happy after I cut my bangs. That's when I kind of, from this point on, I was kind of a lot more okay with the grow out. I went through that rough patch around like May, June, July, and then August, partway through August, things started getting better after I cut the bangs, and I was still kind of doing my hair, pinning my hair in like cute styles and just leaving some of the bangs out and trying different things that way. And I was also doing little space buns a lot, which is still something I do. Like, basically from September, October until now, January, I have been thriving in half up, half down styles. Like, I love just doing like a half pony, like 2 half ponies, half space buns, or like 1 half pony. I think that it looks so good like with this length of hair, and it works really well because I still have shorter layers, right? Like, my hair isn't all one length, although my shorter top layers are getting pretty long, honestly. Like, it could almost be one length soon if I wanted to cut it, but I don't think I do. But yeah, the half up, though, that's like the best option for once you get over like 6 months of your grow out. Yeah, it just looks so cute. Around like the 6 or 7 month range, I think you can start doing that. Oh yeah. And I should say that in September, I cut off the back of my hair because I decided that I just wanted to keep trimming the back until the front kind of reached it, because I wanted to go for more of that bob look. Like I didn't really want the mullety look. I think mullets are super cute, but it was just not what I was going for right now. So yeah, September it really started turning into a bob kind of look. And then since then I've just been like every couple of months, like I guess, yeah, in like November or December, I cut the back off again. Yeah, really was rocking the half baby space buns in like almost all of my September photos, or like half pigtails. There's some photos of my hair when it was just messy, so you can just kind of see what it looked like, just chilling. And then we get into October, and like I said, this was my half up, half down era. Doing the same thing, like the half space buns, half ponytails. I really felt like my hair just looked like, it didn't look like I was growing out a buzz cut, it just looked like an actual haircut when I did the half up, half down, because you couldn't see like the big disconnect of the layers. So that was a really good hairstyle for that point in the grow out. I got a cute hat in the fall that I was wearing, really like that hat. And yeah, it was pretty like, yeah, it was pretty much fine. After this point, like after October, it's been very easy. November, it doesn't look much different than it does now, besides the fact that it's a little bit shorter. Like it started really looking like a bob around November, and my like bleach part was growing out, but you could still see it a little bit, and it was still cute. I was really happy with my hair. I could do a ponytail. Once I could start doing a ponytail, I was so happy. Little ponytail. The only thing that was annoying was like the side, these shorter side bits. They're longer now, so they're not as bad, but when they were like this long, like shorter, they would just kind of like stick out, and they weren't part of my bangs, so it was a little annoying to tame those. Or like, yeah, these parts were so short and weird. You can see in some of the photos, like I'm so glad that that's all growing out now. But yeah, I was getting back into my beanie wearing season, so we're pretty much coming full circle here now. So December, which was last month, not much different than my hair looks now, except for it wasn't pink and it was a little bit shorter, you can tell in some of these photos. This is when I really started playing around with putting more curls in my hair. Sometimes I'll just put like a few curls, sometimes I'll curl the whole thing. That's what I've been doing more recently, with heat protectant, of course. But yeah, I'll like curl my hair like once a week now, and even once it's like, you know, this is not fresh, I curled it a couple days ago, but it still like looks cute, you know? So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been keeping up with my bang trims, and it's just been like shaping into a little bob, and it's just been easy peasy. And now we're full circle back to January. So beginning of January is when I put the pink in my hair. And it was very cute and more vibrant when I first did it. Like I said, I have to redo it, but really happy with it, and really happy with this whole grow out process and experience in general. Like, it was just so much fun. I got to try out so many different hairstyles. I got to see my natural hair color. I've never had my natural hair color before, like, you know, since I was a child. It's been a really positive experience for me. And I feel like right now I have the best relationship with like my hair and my physical appearance that I have in a long time. I feel just very much like myself, and I'm really excited to see my hair grow even more. One of the things I'm most excited for is to be able to do braids. I actually can do like French braids right now, but it's kind of a hassle because there's pieces sticking out and it has to be like really, you know, I have to put some effort into making it look good. So I'm just like waiting until, I don't know, maybe another month or two when it's just a little bit longer, and I'll be able to do that more easily. But yeah, love French braids, love regular braids. That's one of my like favorite hairstyles, so that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Also a high pony. I can pretty much do a high pony at this point, actually. If I pin up, like these very bottom layers want to fall out, but I can easily just put like a hair clip here and it's fine. Like the majority of my hair fits in here, which is so incredible. Like, you know, only 1 year from shaving my head and I can do a freaking high pony. Like, why the heck wouldn't you shave your head if you want to, you know? It's just a year. It's just a year. I'm just saying these things because I know that some people are going to watch this video who are debating whether they should shave their head, or they really want to, or they've wanted to for a long time. And I know the feeling because I have been in that boat. I first shaved my head in 2018 and I was so excited about it, but I was very nervous. I like kept putting it off and I was humming and hawing, and then I finally did it, and yeah, it was great. And the second time has been great. And I feel like, you know, I've learned about myself and grown as a person both times. So yeah. Will I do it again in the future? I don't know, maybe one day, but for now, like I said, my plan is just to grow out my hair, and honestly my plan is just to go with the flow from this point onward because I don't want to put all these like stipulations on myself. Kind of learned that lesson. I learned the lesson that I don't want to do that. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I'll probably do another update at 1 year and 6 months, so I guess around like July. Just cause, I don't know, I'm just for my own sake, I'm curious to watch the process and see how long my hair is gonna be at that point. So yeah, I will of course keep all these videos in a playlist you can look back on whenever you want. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!